one day it was told that there was a house in the middle of the forest inhabited by a mother and child. The mother's child is still relatively young. The next time the child is in the yard playing. At the same time a deer came. The deer tried to put its horns into the little boy's clothes, so that the little child is like being lifted on the antlers of a deer. Instantly the child was afraid of the deer and cried while screaming for his mother. Reflexively the mother came out of the house and began to see what was happening. Unexpectedly, the child had been carried away into the forest by the deer. The mother tried her best to chase the deer into the forest. But in the forest, the little boy brought by the deer was already in the wide grass area and playing as usual. The mother was so happy to have found her child and started holding her child. They returned to their home. But what happened? It turned out that the house had been crushed by a large tree. Of course, the condition of the house became shattered. The mother started to think if she was still inside without chasing the child, what would have happened to her. Instantly he remembered that several years earlier he had saved a fawn from a hunter. The mother covered the fawn with various kinds of cloth so as not to be caught by the hunters. When the hunters were gone, the mother took the cloth covering the deer and started releasing the deer into the forest. Unexpectedly, the deer that brought his cub was the deer he had saved first. It's as if the fawn is trying to thank its mother by taking her child to run to the forest to save the mother's family from the fall of a fallen tree. From this incident, the mother said to the child, "If you help all of God's creatures, even if it's the slightest thing in the future, it will still turn to us." From this little story, we can also learn how important it is to help God's creatures regardless of anything. Because all the seeds of goodness that we sow later, we will reap in the future. If we don't reap, maybe it will be our children and grandchildren who will reap. Nothing to lose to help God's creation. Thank you for watching.